Okay, everybody. Let me just take a sec to listen to my own audio balancing. And then we will be good after that. Just a sec. I need to keep talking so whenever I catch up, I can actually hear my own audio. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okie dokie. Welcome back to the world of Danganronpa, and in the last live stream, we finished chapter 6, which is, it's the end. So let's see what happens now. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. It wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School Epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final end. Why do we have guns on the inside? Then, if we built this place, wouldn't we have just been smart enough to not pull on the door? And this door seems pretty well made. Oh well. This is our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there, in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us. But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world. In other words...
I will force you out. She said that, just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here. But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about. If something happens to Master, I take my scissors and jam him so far.
I switched to the other Toko.
Well, hey, where's the classroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside?
No. Skip that.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a far greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem. But what happens after we get out that I'm worried about?
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, It's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
Everybody believing this speech that I'm coming up with right off the brim of my rim?
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Thank you, Kyoko, for ending the speech that I definitely know how to end, but you did great anyways.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
Yep.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
Oh, I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope.
How about
I've reached
that?
the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro life story is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the world outside is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small. So what can we do? Nah, we could probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura.
You know, Sakura's been dead for a while now. I think the time for goodbyes has passed this point.
But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Choco, that's probably the best line you've ever said in this entire game.
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I
You're
guess.
kind of ruining it.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
What? No. No, we didn't do that. We missed 2 years of our school life, and high school is supposed to last 4 years. We're not even close to Alright, just press the button. Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. And since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Presses the button and everybody explodes. The door began to open. With our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Looks like there's only one question left. So where do we Dangan-go-pa from here? Yes. Oh, there wasn't. I guess there wasn't that much left after this point. I kind of thought there was gonna be like a half an hour or so of us just talking about stuff or something, doing something in the outside world. Probably should have just tacked this on to the end of the last live stream. Well, that's Danganronpa. Alright, review of Danganronpa. So the main reason I played Danganronpa is because I wanted to watch the Game Grumps play it, because, well, there's obviously, there's 3 games. There's going to be 2 after this. And I'm kind of curious to see how the other 2 work out, what gets added on. Past this, but I've also been watching the Game Grumps playthrough, like, parallel. Like, I'll play through the portion of it, and then I'll watch the Game Grumps play through a portion of it, up to the same point. And my main thing about this game is a complaint. I usually don't start with complaints, but it's just weird that this game feels like it is designed for a more mature audience, but it explains everything like you're 14. It just doesn't line up, is what it feels like. Like, I think the most comparable game to this is Ace Attorney. And Ace Attorney does not waste your time more often than not. Sometimes they have you do random stuff where you go and talk to people that obviously doesn't work out. But each case is like interesting, and each chapter in Danganronpa is like its own case. And Danganronpa has clever moments, don't get me wrong. Like, the 3rd chapter, whenever Hifumi, you figure out that he was not dead at the time that you saw him and thought that he was dead. That's a clever moment. But also in that chapter, they have Celeste, like, say that she saw a robot guy who they just don't find ever, and then they find Hiro in the locker. And all of the characters are just like, yeah, well, I guess it was Hiro. Except for the, like, Byakuya and Kyoko, who have, like, figured that out at that point. Because they feel like the only ones with brains. So there are parts where the game feels interesting. And I feel like where it really falls flat for me is the ending here. The ending, I was really expecting more from. Like, once you kind of figure out that it's Junko as the mastermind, that's just kind of it. Like, we figured out everything about the tragedy, that it happened, and that's probably why we're in here. And we figured out that we have memory loss pretty quickly, because everybody has a loss of memory for why they're here at all. What the heck is that? Why is that on my... What? When did that happen? Okay, more dissonance with this being for 14-year-olds and this being for a more mature story. Yeah, I take issue. I really thought we were going to be clones. That's where I thought it was going. That we were clones of the high schoolers, and that our clones were in the biology lab. That is not really what happened. It's just that our memories were erased, and that it was Junko's fault. Along with Mukuro, who we didn't... Well, I guess we kind of did. I thought that would come up later. I didn't even get to kill anybody. Kuma just on the floor. Man's his face down, butt up. Sad sight.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
So the bear lives. You received the Easter egg present. But why? Alright, save the data in slot 16. This is a what if a simulation type play mode. Okay.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Dangan Academy. Enchanting Dangan Academy. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. House Peak Academy. Brings the top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They said that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With 100... Where are we here? What is this? Gather up all my determination, took my first steps into the main hall. Whoa. Things got twisted. I feel like this also doesn't make sense if it was memory erasure. Like, wouldn't it fade out rather than swirl? Oh, it's Sayaka again. I don't remember how I did her voice.
Makoto, are you okay?
Huh?
Are you for real?
What? Are you trying to escape into your own reality? It's not like any of us know what's going on either.
Sorry.
There's no need to apologize. Given the situation, it's understandable.
That's right. For some reason, I went unconscious as soon as I stepped into the main hall. And when I woke up, I was in a classroom. The windows were all blocked off by these weird metal plates. But it wasn't just a classroom, and as it turns out, all of us who gathered there had all our stuff taken away, and we were locked inside the school. As we stood around, an announcement came on asking us to come to the gym for the entrance ceremony, but hearing that voice made it hard for me to concentrate on what it was actually saying. Hey, where are the others? Wasn't everyone here earlier?
Hey, come on.
Everyone went to the gym while your ass was knocked out.
Well...
But is it really a good idea to obey such a strange announcement?
And...
Yeah, it was weird as hell, but where else are we supposed to go?
Indeed.
She's right. Whatever's going to happen, standing our ground here isn't going to stop it.
You hear me?
Okay, then let's head to the gym. Makoto, are you good to go? Yeah. I was forced to wonder, what the hell is going on here? I was tormented by a dark feeling of foreboding, but I did my best to ignore it and hurried to the gym. We're giving a super speed version of Danganronpa. As soon as I entered, a weirdly cheery voice echoed across the room.
Hey there, howdy, hello. Is everyone here? Good. Then let's get things rolling.
Man, remember when all of our friends were alive? Oh, I guess that's Bokuro. Now we have the hindsight is 2020.
I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster. Nice to meet you all.
Such a bright voice and carefree attitude was completely out of place.
Listen up.
I can't do it. It just can't be done.
Huh?
This entrance ceremony was supposed to be your chance to become your big high school debut. As the headmaster, I did my best to put on a happy face, but it's just impossible. You can only lie to yourself for so long, you know. But if you can't do it, you can't do it. I've lost my confidence, my groove, there's no getting it back.
The hell? Why is he acting so depressed? I went from terrified to annoyed in no time flat.
So,
Wait, is that a teddy bear?
Why is
The teddy bear can talk!
Unbelievable.
Come on, what kind of cliched reaction is that? You people just keep on reacting the same way. That's just making me more and more depressed. Even if the hardware is backwards compatible, I guess the same doesn't go for the characters. Humans are so stupid. Worse than any piece of software. I'm just getting lower and lower, and there's rock bottom. Here comes the Earth's core. This whole thing just feels sloppy as hell.
Come on.
You expect us to believe you're the headmaster. Stop screwing around.
You're right, I screw around too much. I've spent half my life apologizing for the other half of my life. But I've been spending so much time trying to think of what to make you guys do, and I'm just lost. Meanwhile, I've been totally neglecting myself, trying to laugh it off. That would just be another lie.
Where the heck is this going? You and me both, Makoto.
So you've been neglecting yourself? What does that even mean? I forgot to do something that I was going to be a part of your greeting today. What the heck. My stomach's starting to hurt from all this self-loathing. He seems really depressed.
Is it what you think he forgot?
I don't think that matters.
Ooh, that was not Sakura.
I don't think that matters.
All that matters is finding a way out of here. No, I need to know. Tell us, what did you forget? If necessary, you should cancel the entrance ceremony and take the time to prepare a proper one.
You're right. What I forgot was my backups.
Are you okay?
Backups for what? For me. Duh. Backups for you? What? Huh? I don't understand why you don't understand. A backup, a spare, and in case of emergency.
Hey, you bastard.
Okay, we get it.
Hey, listen.
So if you can have backups, does that mean you really are a toy robot or whatever?
Indeed.
If I understand what he's saying, that would make sense. No, you see. Oh, okay, I got it. I don't like to admit this, but... Yes, I'm a robot so advanced even the folks at NASA can't recreate or comprehend it. But I don't have any backups, so I can't begin.
Huh?
What can't you begin? The entrance ceremony? Sure, that too, but even more than that, I can't even begin your school life itself. Without a backup, the first time I break, that'll be the end of everything for you guys.
Hey, come on.
I don't think any of us give a shit if you break or whatever.
Don't be stupid. Without a headmaster, how can your life here run smoothly?
Oh.
But did you not say that you are so advanced even NASA cannot comprehend it? So you should not break so easily, am I right?
You guys are gonna break me. You blew me up in the prologue last time. Tore me apart in chapter 5.
Huh? Prologue? Chapter 5? What is he talking about?
But anyway, let's not worry about that. Before you can begin your school life here, I'm gonna have you guys build me some backups.
What?
What? Oh, come on.
What's he even talking about?
Come on.
You think you can give me orders, you living garbage?
I do. And while you're at it, I'll have you add a bunch of awesome bonus features. Like maybe make me super handsome or eco-friendly, that kind of modern trendy feeling. Or I might be good for a Japanese style mascot, like to have me a super cutesy, super moe backup.
Just hold on.
What the hell, man? You're talking like we already agreed to help.
You guys!
Well, you're gonna, right? It's more important that as you grow as students, sure, but you also have the opportunity to help your teacher grow. You think fake inspirational crap like that is gonna get us on your side? I don't think he's listening. He's just creating his own reality as he goes.
No
Man,
way.
if this is some kind of bizarre crap I can expect as a new student here, I'm gonna just go home.
Hey!
And how do you plan to do that? You saw the metal plates covering all the exits, didn't you? So we really have been imprisoned here.
Hey!
What the hell is this? Why would you trap us in here? Let us the hell out of here.
Let's see.
He said he does not have a backup, yes? So why do we just destroy this one right now? So it finally occurred to you. But I won't go out that easily. I'll use my NASA-level technology to run and hide, and you'll never find me. You seem like a monumental waste of technology.
Stop fucking around.
Alright, that's it.
You
I'm
son
gonna
of
be
a
part of
bitch.
whatever shitty joke you're trying to pull here.
Hey, you bastard.
Yeah, who gives a shit about some backup or whatever? We're not here to take care of you.
Okay, sure, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Are you sure?
Then would you rather just start by killing each other? What?
Huh?
What did you just say? I believe he said something about us killing each other.
Killing? What are you talking about? If that's supposed to be a joke, that's not funny, it's just stupid.
Yeah, even if you're gonna make a point, that's taking it too far. I mean, I would certainly never kill anybody.
Just a second.
Come on, stop trying to make us freak out just to get us to do whatever you want.
What the heck?
Just hurry up and let us out of here. Would you guys please stop nagging me? I want to go home. I want to go home. I thought bears were crazy about our homing instinct, but you guys really take the cake.
What are you gonna
I guess
do?
you can't really help yourselves. You're all a part of that new wave enlightenment generation. You just need a specific goal to motivate you.
Yes,
Well then,
indeed.
here's a little spoiler. Spoiler. Once the backups are done, we'll move on to the main event so you can begin your exciting school life.
Isn't
Once that
that
starts,
wonderful?
then you'll have the chance to trigger your escape flag. What are you talking about? Speak plainly. I don't know what he means, but did he just say something about escaping, right?
Yes,
See,
indeed.
I was totally clear.
Now
If you want to escape, you'll have to live here peacefully and build me my backups.
then, of
And if you
course,
can't just half-ass it either,
I can
build me a
barely
superior machine with
contain
flawless
myself.
performance that thrills and delights me, and you pass.
Uh-huh.
And don't worry about living expenses. You have all the food, clothing, and shelter you need. I can even personally guarantee your health and safety. Even if you get sick or injured, I'll treat you right away at the Monokuma Emergency Center. I don't think that's what we're worried about. Why do we have to do all this in the first place?
Boy,
Whatever, stop
that's
complaining and
proud.
just do it. Now then, with this entrance ceremony,
Hold
hasn't
on
even
just a
begun.
sec.
I mean, you haven't even started your real school life yet. So obviously I can't welcome you guys yet, which means it isn't a proper entrance ceremony.
Well, now,
Okay, I'm done talking for now. Please enjoy whatever these fleeting days of peace.
Without another word, he was gone, leaving us dazed and confused. So, how do you explain what the heck just happened?
I mean, seriously?
Yeah, what the hell was that? I'm totally lost.
We're trapped here, right? And if we make some backups, then we can get out?
It would seem.
That seems to be the gist of it. If you think about everything that this Monokuma told us, you'll notice there are two main points.
In
The
other
first point
words,
is that we're trapped here in the school. And the second, more important point, if we can create backups for him to his satisfaction, he will tell us how to escape from the school.
Are you okay with
But
this?
one thing we cannot know is why he wants us to do all this.
Honestly,
What was his purpose in imprisoning us here in the first place?
what should I do?
Yeah, what happened to Hope's Peak Academy? Did it get taken over by some evil organization or something? If that's the case, I'm sure the police will be here any time.
however,
But can't we even really be sure this is Hope's Peak?
For serious.
Listen, I'm sure this is all just some kind of elaborate orientation setup. They're like hazing us.
Orientation?
Seems
But if that's
like-
true, it's in pretty bad freaking taste. It's total overkill.
Mm.
He's right. If it's a prank, it's far beyond the bounds of acceptability.
Okay, fine. In that case, what is going on?
That's what we're trying to figure out. You know, if you didn't forget to build those backups of his, what do you think he would have made us do? Kill each other. That's what he said.
What?
hey,
Don't freak out. Don't freak us out, dude. Who the hell would ever?
Listen to me.
Everyone just calm down. He
Quiet
said
down
we'll
and
have plenty of
listen.
food and shelter and we'll be kept safe, so that's good, right?
Got it.
If we want to work together to get out of here, all we need to do is work together. That's, yeah, uh-huh.
Shit.
I fucking hate the idea of being at the mercy of that goddamn bear. What else can we do? Total pain in the ass either way. That I would lower myself to serving that monstrosity.
Oh,
But it seems our best option is to calmly adapt ourselves to this new situation.
let's see.
If this truly is something that Hope's Peak has put together for us, then I am fine with that.
Actually,
If that is not the case, and Hope's Peak has been taken over by some other force, it would be best not to blindly oppose them.
I'm getting a little exhausted here. Hold on. Oh. Gives me chills to think we'll have to live here with you unwashed masses.
That
Well, whatever. I'll just have to make sure to finish things quickly. And then I will find out whoever did this to me, and wipe them from the face of the earth.
You hear me?
Okay, well, does anyone else have any objections?
Got it.
Silence gives consent, as they say. That is not something okay to say in 2025, Taka. No. That's... Nope. Then it's decided. From this point forward, we will agree to work together to maintain a peaceful communal life. Sure. When I first got into Homespeak Academy, I thought, man, I can't believe I got to go to this amazing place. Wherever I am now, it's 180 degrees away from whatever amazing place I made up in my mind. And that's how bizarre communal life began. Once that was all done, we moved from the gym to the dining hall to talk about our future here. But...
Hey,
what are we doing? Why are we not into a game yet? I don't know what's happening.
When he says we have to make him some backups, what exactly are we supposed to do?
Actually,
Well, he didn't explain any of the important bits.
Did you call for
It's just for convenience sake.
Now he's here?
Sure, I could have explained everything in the gym, but if it had gone on any longer, it would have been totally annoying, right? It would have been like, hey, hurry up and start already. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Well now.
So let me explain right now. I'm going to give you guys the next 50 days to make me a proper set of backups.
What the hell?
50 days? That's like forever. Why so long?
Well, what?
That's for convenience sake too. You guys would totally slack off if you didn't have a time limit. Humans give in so easily to corruption.
why?
Okay, but what about this whole
What?
backup thing? You said you wanted a bunch of bonus features, but...
So
But it's super vague.
Yes,
I thought you might
indeed.
say that. So from time to time, I'll give you a special concept. You can use that to design the next backup.
What?
What, can't we just make one and be done with it?
Hey.
Of course you can't just make one and be done with it. Who knows what kind of violence you guys might commit against poor old me. I need all the help I can get. Heck, just a second ago, you were all talking about how you should just destroy me right now. I heard you. You wanna. What?
oh,
Is this really necessary?
just a second.
Fake cry all you want. We're not gonna fall for it.
Huh?
Fake?
This is
No, I really am sad. All your heartless comments have made me sad. But your teacher won't let it get to him. No matter what, I'll put you all on the right path.
Hey, come on.
And the right path would be...
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, to keep you all from slacking off, I'll be performing project reviews as you progress.
Well,
Project reviews?
Well,
Oh,
what?
I never heard of a project review. Want me to write it down for you?
hmm.
No, I know what it is. It's meant to check our progress.
In other
So you're going to be checking up on us to see how things are coming. That's just common sense.
Yeah, it's totally common sense.
I feel like I want to die right Oh, Byakuya.
Yes, indeed.
Okay then, hurry up and get to work. I'm as excited as the rest of you are to get through this and begin your real school life. But, as we fail our project review, is there some kind of punishment? Well, here it comes.
Too bad.
No, nothing in particular.
What? Don't scare us like that.
Are you sure?
There's no punishment, but if you can't do it, I won't trigger that escape flag I mentioned.
What?
Plus, if you pass, I'll give you something awesome.
I can barely contain myself.
What is it? Well, you'll just have to get it and find out. It's super fun, I promise. Now then, are you ready for your first assignment? So the concept for the very first backup I need is for you to make. Right here.
Make a Monokuma Casanova. What does that even mean?
What the heck?
Exactly what it says. You know what a Casanova is, right? I want a good-looking version of me. Good-looking, but you're a bear. You better not think too much about it, or we'll never get anywhere.
What the heck?
Anyway, how are we even supposed to start building something like that?
And
Yeah, I mean, where are the materials or whatever?
Hey.
I can't do everything for you. Look around the school for yourselves for whatever you might need.
Isn't
Oh,
that
but as an extra special service, I will give you some materials. Just this once. I can figure you could use at least a little practice before you start on the real thing.
Yes,
Okay, so
indeed.
here we go. Maybe I'll have you start by using these materials to make a Greek statue. And after that, if you combine these with the Greek statue, I think you'll wind up with a truly ravishing Monokuma. Bring it to me the absolute instant you're finished. No pit stops. Okay, have a nice day. Okay. I like one of the, okay, no, okay, okay, we have one of those. What? But how? I can't craft anything. Is it here? I have 3 chisels. What do I do with 3 chisels? Oh, I can construct this one. A Casanova's supposed to be good looking, right? Is this good looking? Subjective opinions aside, you created a backup and completed the assignment, so let me give you some tickets. You receive 5 tickets. I'll explain how they work later, so make sure not to throw them away.
Hey!
So, now do you get how to do it? I don't feel like voice acting anymore. Sure, we can handle it, even if we don't get it right the first time. With enough practice, I'm sure we'll get the hang of it and figure everything out. You seem pretty confident. Maybe I spoiled you a little too much. But there's nothing you can do about that. I'm just so sweet and kind and sincere.
Well?
So, now you're ready to gather your own materials, right?
Yes,
Well, if you
indeed.
decide you can't, we
Okay.
don't need your help. We're all gonna work hard.
You're
I'm
getting
glad to
all
see you
riled.
getting fired up.
Oh,
You don't have to remind us.
It's true. Yes, it... Now then.
How do I escape this? Okay, we have all of these items. Oh, is this how we... Don't tell me this mode is how, like, we upgrade certain skills for the main game. Is that... That's certainly not a thing, is it? Hey, save in slot 17. And return to title. Well, that was interesting little thing. Let's go. Back here, I guess. Oh, I kind of just want to look at the extras now. The Ultimate Gallery. Did I have this before? Oh, these are like concept sites. Well, I'm not gonna use the points for anything else, so I might as well unlock all these things. Alright, back to the overall review. Where was I at? I feel like I was talking about something I didn't like, but that was a lot of things. So, some things that I liked, I think all the art's pretty great. I think the characters are well designed. I think a lot of the characters are enjoyable. I think there are characters that are specifically not enjoyable that kind of balance it out, though. And then I think there are characters whose names start with a T and end with an Oko that make me kind of regret listening to characters. Okay, character tier list for Danganronpa. Once I unlock all their arts, I'll... Okay, who's the best and who's the worst? Obviously, Kyoko
I think is my favorite character. And then not too far behind that would be probably be Sakura. I think Sakura did no wrong in this game. Sakura was pretty level-headed at most times, always willing to talk things out. Only when she unfortunately became frustrated there at the end that we lost Sakura. I mean, she was the spy. I did not suspect Sakura as the spy at all. Then again, I don't know if Sakura actually did anything as the spy. Other than, like, maybe thinking about killing a person one time, but not really. It didn't fan out too much. It was a complete red herring to make us think that Kyoko was the spy. How many things can I purchase here? What is... oh, postcards. Then a lot of that becomes like, I get why Byakuya is a pretty good opposite of the main character, Makoto. What the heck is this? Oh, these concepts for characters? Guess we'll see. Oh, it's Mokuro. Is there like a bar on the right? Oh, that's the bottom. Okay, I got frustrated right at the end. There we go. Bought everything in here. Okay, I just... that turns it. So I hit zoom. Huh. Well, so this is guys versus gals, kind of. Sort of from the thumbnail from not that long ago, but it has some extra guys. It's like the guy holding the branches there was not a real guy. PlayStation Portable. Okay, but now we can go... are all the characters in the rough design? Okay. Oh, that's what Junko is gonna look like. I kinda like her better like this. A little bit more subtle. I think the pink is fine though. Chihiro. It's a lot. Okay, Kyoko, Sakura, and then like Hina, Chihiro, Celeste, and Byakuya, Mondo, Taka. They say Hiro. They're all kind of on the same level. And then slightly underneath that comes in Hifumi, just because I feel like his trope is not like thought out for him being an actual character that much. Like, I think Hifumi doesn't contribute that much to the story, except for obviously the chapter that he kicks off the whole thing, and the clever part about him being dead but not actually dead. That's his best part in the story. But other than that, he really just doesn't add much. Which is a little disappointing. Like, at least Leon, because he's the first killer, he is out of the story very quickly. Same with Sayaka. But Leon and Sayaka, at least, like, they contribute to the story, you know. Like, Leon flies pretty under the radar if you don't have a brain, and notice that his name is written on the back wall in the first case. But he flies under the radar until you start bringing all the pieces together, and then everyone realizes, like, oh, he had the ball where he threw the thing into the incinerator and then threw the crystal ball. That's pretty smart. I think the first case is pretty great. You did not need to write Leon's name on the wall, though. Really don't super get. That felt like kind of extra. And also Sayaka. I really did not think Sayaka was going to go away. Sayaka set a great precedent for what it would feel like to lose a character in this game. Because I really thought she was going to be like our Maya. Like our assistant type character. Who sure gets into trouble, but we get them out of it. Is really what it felt like. And then just to lose Sayaka, great story beat. Loved that. That's what really pulled me into Danganronpa at the beginning. It was like, oh, anybody could die at any time. Is really what it felt like. Chapter 1, I think, is overall very good at introducing the idea of Danganronpa. Chapter 2 builds more context for the world that you're in. And then Chihiro doesn't do much as Chihiro, obviously, but then they create the AI who kind of is the spiritual continuation of Chihiro. And that was a great idea, too. I really liked the AI as the character. And the fact that, like, Chihiro was kind of still with us, or the idea that Chihiro represented was still with us, even after Chihiro was gone. And obviously, whenever the AI... What is the AI's name? It's not... I can't actually remember the AI's... What was it? Alter Ego. Whenever Alter Ego was put on the execution table, my jaw was on the floor. I did not expect that. I really thought Alter Ego was gonna, like, find some secret way to get us out or figure out something just a little bit more, keep chipping away, take the risk, but the risk would be worth it in the end. But then it just gets used as a way to crush the hope out of you. I think that was a great idea for the story to do. Really liked that part. And then Mondo. Oh, I mean, Mondo was fine. He was a fine character. It made sense for him to do the things that he did. I wish we could have maybe swapped chapter 2 and 3 just so that we could learn more about what Mondo was about, because it felt like they did cram a lot of Mondo's personality into chapter 2, the beginning of it, which kind of leads you to believe that it's him in the chapter 2 trial. I think Mondo did fine. Also, the fact that he has got the JoJo reference, or he's the Diamond, because he's Mondo. Diamondo. Shining Diamond, or Crazy Diamond. That's the Japanese translation. Pretty great. Can't lie about that part. Chapter 3, the one that I was complaining about earlier. Okay, let's start with Taka, because he obviously goes first. I think Taka was a fine character until they did that weird thing where they changed his entire personality. And then that didn't go anywhere. other than making him maybe believable as having done something bad to Celeste. Because he's the ultimate moral compass, but why would they make him the ultimate moral compass if they're just going to change his personality? I have no... Like, they could have made him the ultimate, what's like a replacement ultimate that would basically change nothing. The ultimate leader or something like that. Maybe that's too general and they wanted to save it for future games. But if they made Taka like the ultimate trailblazer or something like that, not to do with morality, where Taka would just kind of change his personality on a dime after watching his friend die. That was unexpected. Wasn't super into that. I think Taco would have been fine if he just had like just a solid line instead of just that weird bump. Whatever. And then Hifumi, I already mentioned. Hifumi didn't feel like he did too much in the story other than just be kind of quirky and awkward sometimes. What is this? Oh, he's eating his hand. That's... I'm glad they changed the design away from kind of that. He kind of looks like he's 35 and having a midlife crisis in that right panel. What does Psycho look like originally? I guess not too different. And then Celeste. Where's Celeste? The last one. Oh, Celeste was supposed to be much younger looking from what it seems. What do I think about Celeste? Ultimate Gambler. I think it's a fun... I think her story beat of convinces everyone that she's okay, but is actually wanting to get out the most of everybody and is willing to manipulate other people. I think that was a great killer motive. I just think that the way that she went about it was not super within the Ultimate Gambler's mindset, because it just feels like it wasn't thought out that much. Just use the robot and then kill Taka, kill Hifumi. I feel like there would have been much better ways for the Ultimate Gambler to go about wanting to get rid of somebody. So not a big fan of how Celeste was in the middle of her trial, but the end of her trial and before her trial, I think Celeste was a nice character. Especially once she dropped the facade of not actually having an accent. That was where I was like, oh. That's a good moment. Did not expect that. And then after Chapter 3, Chapter 4, which was Sakura. Sakura again, all around solid character. I think her case was very well thought out. It had the twistiness to it was just about right. Also the clues that they gave us was just about right. Gave us time to adjust to the new place that we had. Oh, there's a version of her where she has a sword and was a lot less muscular. Huh. Chapter 5. Is Mukuro in rough design? Also character introduction. Hey, siblings. Oh, right, our sister. The idol group. Asking what code. Is this pixel art in the game? Is it part of that thing that we were just doing? I'll never know. Mukuro. I feel like the fifth chapter is where the most plot holes feel like they become evident, because they have to set up for the sixth chapter with the fifth chapter. The fifth chapter feels like it's kind of thrown under the bus and just like put together so that the sixth chapter reveal can hit the hardest. Because it felt like there was an organization, you know, that was like against us, and Mukuro was just like part of the organization but also working with the mastermind. It's like, all right, then there's two people. How do I want to put this? I think that it would have been a much more interesting storyline if No, I don't want to say that. I take that back. I think it is not. I don't see a reason why the mastermind would want to get rid of Kyoko by pulling out Mukuro. I feel like we're talking about all these rules, and the mastermind even said at one point that Mukuro came up with the rules, right? Am I imagining that? So it felt like Mukuro was alive at the point that they said that, because new rules were being introduced. But that would have had to have been Junko introducing the rules, because Mukuro was dead at that point. Little bear. All of us get voting icons. Junko has regular Junko and Despair Junko. Or Mukuro. Oh wait, are these each of the, yeah, these are each of the rooms that we didn't see. This is Byakuya's. Which, does he have a computer? What is that a TV? A music stand? Does Byakuya play music? What is this, Taka's? Leon's got some music. Some music, yikes. Hero, we saw Heroes during that one trial. Saika, unfortunately Saika didn't get that much stuff as everybody else. Neither did Kyoko. Hina got a bunch of stuff. Kyoko has so many books, but that's acceptable. Sakura has a training room. Celeste's room has different outfits for her and a coffin. Chihiro had another computer? Junko had nothing. 3D backgrounds for the trash room, for the monitor room. What does the garden look like in 3D? Oh, all the different backgrounds from the game. Reload image board. I believe this is 1 and 2 put together because I recognize the character in the middle who's got their head next to Makoto as the one for chapter or for the second game. Also, there's another bear on the bottom. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't look at that for too long. Is this? I don't know most of those people. Oh, it's a sass with the... Maybe I shouldn't delve too far into that. It's maybe something that should be kept secret. Okay, characters that didn't die now is what we get to go through. Well, I guess I was still talking about Mukuro. Mukuro's character just kinda... I don't know, I felt like there was gonna be a lot more hype. The game really did hype up Mukuro a lot. But then Junko just kinda did the job of stealing all that hype. Event gallery. Is this where we can watch the cutscenes? Yes. I feel like there might be a better way to... What is this one? Why is this gone? I'll just spend Monokuma coins on these two. No. Why am I missing some things? Oh, different Monokuma theaters. I was missing one thing. Wasn't I? Yeah, it's something from Cash Money to Mystery Photo 1. I'm missing for whatever reason. Alright, maybe there's a secret there that I'll look up sometime. The Shinmitsu Gallery? Oh, the friendship things. So I didn't become friends with Taka, didn't steal his ability, didn't steal Mondo's ability, didn't steal Leon's ability, didn't steal... Why does Toko have so many things? She got like 8 things. Yeah. Let's save over this one. Chapter select. I mean, the next game we'll see what I guess what the gang is doing. Or from what it seems, we'll also get an entirely new cast of characters. Seems very likely, and they will probably end up killing each other for whatever reason. What if all of Hope's Peak classes got wiped out? Then where are the other Hope's Peak classes for the future games? That's my concern. Anyways. Back to talking about characters. Hiro, I think he's pretty funny sometimes. His stupidity is fine occasionally. There are points where Hiro just extends the game by being stupid. By, like, when he wants to ask if Kyoko is a ghost. It's like, come on, Hiro. You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, but you're not that dumb. Like, why are we debating this? Hina, I think, is pretty standard. It really felt like she took up the role of, like, assistant. Helped us out a good number of times. Good motivations. Especially in Chapter 4. Yeah, no complaints about Hina. Byakuya, I already talked about, I think, but he is a good rival character, and I think they could have explained his motivations in Chapter 2 better. The whole thing about faking the Genocide Jack scene. Because it kind of makes sense that you would want to see who the smartest people are in the game in order to know who to watch out for if you were going to try and kill somebody. But also there was a very real chance that Mondo just got away with it there, I feel like. Because it's not like Byakuya had any more proof. Like, if Byakuya had a photo of Mondo walking in and out of the girls' locker room, that would be like, okay, then his plan makes sense. But just the fact that Byakuya didn't put everything together about, like, the fact that Chihiro was originally killed in the boys' locker room makes it very hard for me to think that Byakuya thought through his actions the entirety and wasn't just, like, messing with people when he decided to move Chihiro's body. Or string it up. Like the Genocide Jack scene. And then Byakuya, he kind of does things. He's like a very level-headed character. And in Chapter 4, he obviously sees that we should work as the group. And, you know, in the other chapters, he kind of spurs everybody into disarray while kind of doing his own thing, which I can respect. But I think his mindset could have been better explored. Toko. Let's taco about Toko. Let's go look at Toko. I need extras. Let's go back to the Ultimate Gallery since I spent all that Monokuma coinage. Toko. What did Toko's original design look like? Oh, I kind of like her with the red hair there. She looks a lot more put together there. Toko, I think, is just a bad character. I don't like really anything that Toko does. Toko feels like what someone who doesn't talk to people thinks is an acceptable way to talk to people. Toko is like constantly being just immature. Constantly like being anxious. Like, it is one thing to be anxious. It is another thing to blame everybody about being like, hey Toko, are you okay? And it's like, why would you ever think that I'm okay? Did I ever ask you if you were okay? It's just so exhausting to talk to people like that. Like your outlook on life is just bad. Like, there's a version where Toko could be anxious about, like, whether or not she's contributing enough to the group. Or if she is worried about how other people interact with her, or if people come away even thinking badly of her. Sure. It is another thing to get entirely aggressive about people thinking badly of her, or maybe even possibly thinking badly of her, and then just never change from it. Toko just doesn't change. Despite the fact that multiple people are just like, Toko, stop. Multiple people will call Toko out, and she just does not get better ever, or have any kind of character arc. Other than she likes Byakuya. For whatever reason. And then there's the whole thing about her having a split personality, which this game came out in 2005, right? So that was more of an acceptable storyline. It's there's kind of a big stereotype about people with split personalities, one of them being a serial killer. The serial killer personality doesn't really add much except for the thing where they have the split memories. That comes up multiple times because Genocide Jack remembers hitting Sakura and Sakura being not okay, and Toko doesn't remember that. And the Genocide Jill remembers the tragedy and Toko doesn't. Those are the only two times I feel like it was warranted for her to have a split personality. And then in chapter 2, it's a way for Byakuya to move the story along, but I feel like you could just do anything else there with Byakuya. Genocide Jill represents the part of Toko where people think it's okay to just be edgy and then force people to accept them for being edgy. And if you don't like them, well then what the hell? Just so, ugh. Just improve as a person. And it does also kind of bug me that Toko made it this far. made it to the end. I'm kind of whatever on Toko making it to the end. It's some people gotta make it to the end. But I would not have pinned Toko as one of the make it to the end characters. Because Toko... Oh, and then there's just the thing about her being indecent all the time as one of her character traits. Further adds to, the idea that this game is for, 18 and up, but is written for 14-year-olds. Who think that kind of thing is funny. Because it's just not funny. Not really sure what... I hope that there's not more of these characters in the future who act like Toko. But I think Toko is single-handedly the worst. Hands down. Alright. Enough ragging on Toko. Her being... Okay, one more thing to rag about Toko. Her being the ultimate novelist didn't even come up. Ever. I guess that's another thing I would say for the overall game, is that their ultimate abilities come up for, Chapter 1 for Leon, having committed the case, and then... That's kind of, I'd say, half of the ultimate abilities come up. Hina's never comes up, except for her liking the pool. Hyogo's obviously has the whole thing about it. Sayaka is her main motivation. Hiro is just kind of a funny oddball. Ultimate, sure. His never comes up. Leon obviously comes up. Mondo comes up as his motivation. Byakuya is kind of his motivation. I already said about Taka's ultimate ability being kind of pointless. Makoto being the ultimate lucky student is kind of funny. It doesn't give him any motivation, it's just kind of funny. Kind of like Heroes is. Sakura, I guess, being the strongest. Celeste kind of didn't come up. Chihiro's does come up. Juko being the ultimate fashionista, I guess doesn't matter. Maybe it's more like just a third of them. Are there people who are missing here in the rough design? I don't think so. Maybe I'm overblowing the whole Ultimates thing. And then Kyoko, obviously my favorite character, I think, is really smart, that she's kind of secretive and level-headed, and she thinks through everything well, and she kind of doesn't give away everything that's in the palm of her hand because Byakuya exists, but she also... Kyoko is like the opposite of Byakuya. She fully acknowledges that we are playing a game, but also wants to not lose as much information as possible, while also gaining as much information as possible. I think that's very respectable. I think Kyoko is the most sensible one out of any of us. And the whole thing with her dad being the headmaster is a little thrown in at the end. And her recovering from the amnesia at that point about that is... It's kind of just... It like ties it in a bow. It's like, it wasn't really necessary. Like the headmaster, I feel like could have just been anybody. It wasn't super necessary for it to be her dad. Maybe that comes up in the future game, who knows. Kind of doubt it, but... Her not knowing her ultimate ability, or at least... yeah, she didn't know, not that she kept it secret, but her not knowing it was pretty smart, builds intrigue. I think the interactions between her and Makoto, as she sees Makoto as a trustable person, and then Makoto kind of breaks that trust. Oh, but there was that weird part where you could, like, choose to tell Kyoko, but the game forced you to not tell her anyways. I don't know what that was about. That felt like the game wanted to give you an actual choice to change the story, but then backed out of it at the end. That was weird. Didn't like that. I look forward to more characters like Kyoko, and I think that's all, except for the main character, Makoto. I think Makoto is a fine protagonist. He does talk a little bit too much, but it feels like the game is written for 14-year-olds to understand, so that's probably why. Makoto... We really didn't do anything lucky, other than survive. I guess that's it. I guess we'll be seeing more of Makoto in the future. What was I pressed A instead of B? But I think this game... I'm glad that I played it. No doubt. I'm glad that I got to witness the story. I think I just expected a little bit more. I built it up in my head a little bit more than I should have before playing it. And kind of got let down. I don't know. I guess my final point would be, I don't know if this is a great game. Okay, small tangent to the final point, actually. The game parts during the class trials, they just don't connect. Like, the bullet time one, I kind of get, like, if you made that a little bit better. then it's just like the Ace Attorney, like, objection! But as a bullet, I think you can make that work a lot better by not having to fire the bullet at, like, a word, but having to just shoot at a specific time and listen to what the characters are saying. And also being able to, like, rewind a little bit easier. I think you can change that around and that would work a lot better. The rhythm game, not fond of. It just feels very flat and not like anything is actually happening. It's just game for the point of game. And then the Hangman's Gambit, not a fan of. That feels like the most arbitrary one, where you could just guess randomly and then like hope it works out. I think that's all of the Clash Trial games, yeah. But final tangent, I don't know if this works super well as a game, but it did work well as a story. And that's all I really needed to do. Like, sure, it was like the walking around parts, perfectly fine with me. Exploring the environment, talking to characters, all that jazz, I think works very well for the game. It's just when it tries to introduce like a gameplay, mini game stuff, not as great. I also think the premise is interesting. I just wish that they... Like, we're in a high school... Like, do they really need to be... Well, I guess they're not freshmen in high school. They're actually juniors in high school. But I feel like the same idea works with, like, 18-year-olds. That would be, like, the final... not nail in the coffin. It would be the final... thing to fix it. Is, like... If you just wanted to make an edgy, like, a mature story with mature characters, then just have them be 18. And go on from there, and not that much changes. Like if they were college students. There are some weird things that I feel like happen in this game, and they're high schoolers, and it's like, no, not a fan of that. Alright, I feel like I'm losing my mind and the review is becoming unintelligible now. But that's it. That's the end. That's all I'll do on the channel again for Danganronpa 1. And we'll start Danganronpa 2 probably in 4 months for the channel anniversary Stream-a-Palooza Stream Extravaganza live stream. So look forward to that. And if you're still here, thanks. I'll edit this down into a video in the future, or 6 videos in the future, 1 for each chapter. And we'll see how those go. And maybe I'll better recap my thoughts on Danganronpa as a game at the end of chapter 6. I don't know, this... I mean, it's just off the top of my head what I thought about the game. I think there's room for improvement, but the base idea is good. It's not to the level of Ace Attorney, but I can see where the idea could and can go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll